एरो नहीं, एरोप्लेन या
एरोप्लेन।
एयरप्लेन, हाँ दोनों में से जो कोई भी। तो
अच्छा ओके।
वो उड़ रहा है, ऑब्वियसली
अच्छा।
उड़ेगा ही। तो उसमें
अच्छा।
100
फिर
पत्थर हैं।
क्या है?
पत्थर।
जहाज में पत्थर है?
हाँ।
अच्छा।
अब ये मत बोलना कहाँ से आए, आ गए जहाँ से भी आए।
क्या?
तो
कहाँ से आए वो पत्थर?
नहीं नहीं, ये नहीं, मत ये पूछना ही नहीं है, मैंने ऑलरेडी बोल दिया।
नहीं, मैंने तो
तो
पूछा ना है, ये कहाँ से आए थे वो पत्थर?
ये बहुत वाहियात क्वेश्चन है, तो मत पूछो। आ,
भाई यार। अच्छा
उसमें
ठीक है।
100 पत्थर हैं, उसमें से एक पत्थर नीचे गिर चुका है, और कितने पत्थर बचे?
कितने पत्थर बचे?
हाँ।
99।
ओके। ये
नहीं
बहुत
बचे
ट्रिकी हो जाएगा,
99।
मैं तुम्हें को समझ में नहीं आएगा ये चीज आगे।
क्या हूँ मैं?
क्या?
क्या हूँ मैं बहुत?
मेरा कहने का मतलब, अगर मैं एक सेम स्टोरी है, बहुत बड़ी बड़ी नहीं है, 5 6 सेंटेंस में खत्म हो जाएगी, बट बहुत ट्रिकी सी है, तुम्हें समझ नहीं आएगी,
क्या
क्योंकि
कहना
मेरा आधा
चाहते हैं
टाइम तो
आप
तुम्हें
इससे?
समझाने में निकल जाएगा।
ओह, दो दो ही साल बड़े हो मुझसे, कुछ ज्यादा समझदार नहीं हो कुछ?
मैंने उसकी एज की बात नहीं हो रही है यहाँ पे, ओके, कि कहानी की
तो
बात हो रही है।
आपको क्यों लगता है कि आप समझ सकते हो तो मैं नहीं समझ सकती?
चलो ठीक है, कंटिन्यू करता हूँ।
हाँ करो।
अगर तुम्हें एक हिरन को
हिरन कहाँ
एक
से आ
फ्रिज,
गया अब?
अब देखा, मैंने इसीलिए कहा था कि मैं
आपने तो
कंटिन्यू नहीं कर रहा।
एरोप्लेन की बात करी थी, तो हिरन
हाँ तो
कहाँ
बस
से
मैंने
आया?
कहा ना, वो कहीं से आया, कहाँ से आया, बस आ गया। ठीक है।
चलो
मेरी
ठीक
स्टोरी
है,
में
हिरन
कहीं
आया।
कोई भी कहीं से भी आ सकता है, तो।
अच्छा ठीक है। एक
और
एरोप्लेन था, उसमें 100 पत्थर थे, उसमें से एक पत्थर नीचे गिर गया, 99 बच गए, अब हिरन आ गया।
हाँ, अब तुम्हें
हाँ
हिरन
ठीक।
को एक फ्रिज में डालना है, 3 सेंटेंस में, कैसे डालोगे?
हिरन को फ्रिज में डालना है?
हाँ, 3 सेंटेंस बनने चाहिए, कैसे डालोगे?
जैसे 3 सेंटेंस मतलब?
सेंटेंस पता है क्या होता है? सेंटेंस वाक्य।
नहीं नहीं पता।
कि जैसे कि मेरा
तीन
नाम
सेंटेंस में?
ये है, ठीक है, एक सेंटेंस हो
तीन
गया।
सेंटेंस
और
में
मैं,
हिरन कैसे डलेगा?
हाँ वही तो, इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा था कि मेरा आधा टाइम तो मैं समझाने में ही निकल जाएगा।
हिरन फ्रिज में चला जा, ऐसे?
ये तो एक सेंटेंस हुआ।
अच्छा अच्छा। हिरन। यार क्या बकवास सवाल है ये बात।
बोला ही था मैंने।
नहीं, मेरे में कमी नहीं है, आपके सवाल में गलती है।
अंगूर खट्टे हैं ना।
अंगूर ही खट्टे हैं, सही में अंगूर खट्टे
हाँ।
हैं।
पता ही था मुझे, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा था कि नहीं, मैं नहीं पूछता।
तो सवाल भी तो सवाल जैसे होने चाहिए।
सवाल के लायक ही नहीं हो, तुमसे
क्या
तीन
बोल रहे हो
सेंटेंस
आप?
नहीं बनेंगे।
अब बना के दिखाओ।
मैं बना के दिखाऊं, फिर नेक्स्ट बनाओगी?
हाँ। हाँ ठीक है, बनाऊंगी, आप बनाओ पहले, एग्जाम्पल दो मुझे।
ओके, तो 3 सेंटेंस। मैं
हाँ।
फ्रिज खोलूंगा,
अच्छा।
हिरन को फ्रिज में डालूंगा,
अच्छा। फ्रिज बंद कर
और फिर
दूंगी।
फ्रिज बंद कर दूंगा, बस इतना सिंपल था।
हे भगवान।
और
इसमें
अब
देखो, आपने कहा कि सुनो सुनो मेरी सुनो। आपने कहा कि फ्रिज में डालना है, तो ये फ्रिज खोलने वाली और बंद करने वाली क्या बात हुई यहाँ पे?
3 सेंटेंस कहा था, मेन क्या था, मेन चीज क्या थी?
फिर
व्हाट
तो
वाज द
ऐसे भी हो
बॉटम
सकता
लाइन?
है, मैं फ्रिज खरीदूंगा, फ्रिज के अंदर हिरन को डाल दूंगा, फ्रिज बेच दूंगा।
हो जाएगा, हाँ, बेच
ऐसे भी
दूंगा।
हो ही सकता है।
बेचना नहीं है।
मैं तो बेचूंगी।
तो ठीक है, तुम बेच लेती हो, ओके, तुमसे तो वो भी नहीं हुआ।
आप यहाँ मेरी बेइज्जती क्यों कर रहे हो?
ओके, चलो
एक तो एक।
नेक्स्ट। कंटिन्यू करना है, कंटिन्यू करना है नहीं?
हाँ करना है, करो करो।
चलो ठीक है। अब
हाँ।
तुम्हें एक हाथी को डालना है फ्रिज में, 4 सेंटेंस में।
अच्छा। कितने सेंटेंस में?
4 में।
अच्छा ठीक है। मैं फिर से फ्रिज खोलूंगी।
हम्म।
मैं हिरन को बाहर निकालूंगी।
हम्म।
हाथी को डालूंगी, फिर फ्रिज बंद कर दूंगी।
हाँ चलो, कुछ तो दिमाग है, ओके।
हाँ हाँ ठीक है। अच्छा आगे।
चलो आगे फिर ना अभी जंगल का किंग कौन होता है?
जंगल का क्या होता है?
किंग कौन होता है, राजा?
शेर, शेर।
हाँ, उसका ना बर्थडे है, ठीक है।
अच्छा, उसका बर्थडे है, शेर का बर्थडे है।
हाँ,
बर्थडे तो आपका भी है।
तो ओके फाइन।
Killing spree for the red team. The blue team
पर
doesn't
अच्छा
have a
मैं
फिर?
lot of
लाइन नहीं
time
हूँ।
left.
तो फिर उसने ना सब एनिमल्स को इनवाइट किया, सब
अच्छा,
जितने भी हैं जंगल में।
अच्छा।
पर एक
हम्म।
एनिमल नहीं, एक जानवर नहीं गया।
हाँ,
कौन
मुझे
सा
पता है
बता?
इसका जवाब। वही जो किसको डाला था मैंने फ्रिज में, वही नहीं आया, वही नहीं आया।
हाँ तो बताओ कौन नहीं है, कौन डाला था?
हिरन तो निकाल दिया था, हाथी नहीं आया, हाथी को डाला था फिर।
हाँ ओके,
हाथी
चलो ठीक
नहीं
है।
आया। हाँ।
Watch out, the match is over,
अब
and the red team is in the
अब
हाँ।
एक और
lead.
ट्विस्ट।
अच्छा।
तो अब कोई इंसान है,
हम्म।
ठीक है, वो उस जंगल के रास्ते से गुजरा और सामने नदी
अच्छा,
है।
नदी है, अच्छा।
Magnet inside it. And that magnet, what is it doing when it points true north? It's just responding to the magnetic energy of the earth. Your compass, your intuition, it works the exact same way as a traditional compass. It reads magnetic energy all around you. I want you to stop and think about this, because when you really tune into your intuition, you can feel it pulling you toward things, and you can also immediately feel it pushing you away from people that have bad energy, right? You've walked into a room and you immediately feel like the vibe is off with somebody. You're like, ooh, avoid that person. You don't even have to talk to them. That's your intuition. That's your internal compass. So your compass is constantly reading not only your energy, but all of the energy around you and that is happening in life and with other people. And that compass then pulls in all the energy around you and then attunes it to whether or not it's in alignment with you. That's your true north. Or, whoa, there's a person with really awful energy. Let's cross the street. Your intuition is part of this complex, intelligent design system that I want you to trust. I want you to use it. It has been fashioned by your DNA. It is hardwired in you from your birth. It's been using programming from your life experience, from your gut, from your brain, and from your heart. And all you need to do in order to be more decisive and to start trusting yourself is to learn how it works and to start paying attention to the signals in your own mind, in your own body, and your own spirit. Because I'm telling you, the signals are there, and they're there all day long. And this is why I also am going to continue to remind you, you already know the best decision for you. You already know the right thing to do. The problem isn't knowing what to do. It's finding the courage to make yourself do it. And once you really embrace the truth of what intuition is, and you recognize this intelligent system inside you that has been communicating with you since you were born, you are now going to know what you need to do in any single situation. How freaking cool is that? All of the angst, all the negative energy, all of that resistance and overthinking, it's unnecessary because your compass is already telling you that your life is either headed in the wrong direction or it's headed in the right direction. So let's hit pause and give our amazing sponsors a chance to share a few words with you. And while you're listening, share this episode with people that you care about. Anybody in your life that's got a big decision or they overthink everything or they need to learn to trust their gut, this conversation, seriously, it could change your life. Alrighty, don't go anywhere. I'll be waiting for you after this short break. Stay with me. Welcome back. It's your buddy Mel Robbins. Today, you and I are digging into the fundamentals about being more decisive, learning how to trust your gut, and being confident in the decisions that you make every day. So let's talk about what does it feel like if you're headed in the wrong direction. When you're headed in the wrong direction in your life, you feel it. You feel stuck. You feel frustrated. You feel sad. You feel disconnected. You feel like you're on autopilot. You feel like things are mundane. That's not how you're supposed to feel in your life. That's why I say feeling stuck is actually a good thing. It's a signal that you're headed in the wrong direction. It's a signal that your compass is going ding, 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 wake up. You got to turn towards something new. Ding, ding, ding. You got to feel alive again. ding, 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 this relationship blows. We either got to work on it or you got to get out of here. So being stuck, being frustrated, being disconnected, these are all just signs that your life and the way that you're living it is no longer aligned with where you're supposed to go. It's a directional signal. Isn't that kind of cool? Doesn't mean you're indicted to stay there. And now that you understand that you are designed to be moving in a direction that feels true north and an alignment for you, it's super cool to tune into this inner compass and GPS system. And I'm going to give you a few examples. And these are what I call you just knew it moments. Have you ever had one of those? Of course you have. It's one of these split-second moments where you just knew it and you didn't question it and you turned and leaned toward what your intuition was telling you. You didn't even really think about it. You just knew. For example, you walk into a train car or into a bar and the first person you lay eyes on, the love of your life. That's what happened to me. It was actually the voice. I was standing at a bar in New York City in 1994, and I was ordering a bourbon on the rocks to go. I wanted the bartender to put it in a plastic cup so I could sneak out of the bar. And from behind me, I heard, "That sounds great, make it two." And I turned around and laid eyes on Christopher Robbins. I just knew. You know, I've had a couple of these moments in my life where I just knew something was wrong. My intuition, my compass knew before my mind could make sense of it. One example in my life is when our son Oakley was born. He came home from the hospital and everything seemed fine except for one thing. We couldn't get him to eat. And I just knew something was wrong. And yet my mind couldn't make sense of it. I literally kept going back to the pediatrician every single day. "Mark, something's wrong. Mark, something's wrong. Mark, something wrong." I had known him at that point for 11 years. "Mark, something's wrong. Something's wrong. I just know it. I just know it. I just know it." We didn't know what was wrong. We didn't know what was wrong. And then all of a sudden, 5 days later, boom, the you-know-what hit the fan, and Oakley is being medevaced downtown to Mass General Brigham Hospital. And they told us they weren't sure he was going to make it. It turned out that he had Hirschsprung's disease, which is an extraordinarily rare disease impacting the intestines. And it had gotten so bad over those 6 days that he was ready to literally rupture, which would have killed him. He would have died of septic shock. And I just knew something was wrong, even though we didn't even get that diagnosis for another week or two. I'll give you another example. Day one of my job working for a corporate law firm, 1998, I knew it was the wrong job. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. I felt in my gut like I was dying as I walked into that law firm every day. But I couldn't make sense of how to actually change my career. I couldn't make sense in my mind how I was going to pay my bills. I couldn't make sense of what I was going to do. I had just gone to law school. I had spent 3 years being a public defender. I can't change my career now. So I'm telling you these examples because these are examples where you didn't need to know. You didn't need to make sense of it. Your intuition knew because it always knows, because it is uniquely, intelligently designed to align with the truth for you. So now that we've covered intuition, I want to briefly talk about this second topic, which is there are two different ways to make decisions. And there are going to be times in life where just go with your gut and just make the decision immediately right now. And then there are going to be those times where even though you know what your gut is saying, and the way that you figure that out is just get quiet, drop out of your head, drop into your body and feel what the decision feels like. If you feel yourself dreading it, if you feel yourself depleted, if you feel yourself shrinking and constricted, that's not aligned with you. If you think about the decision and you imagine the possibility of it and something opens up, you feel
I think it's wrong. Maybe like it's the manipulate. I don't know how to make it. Code is very.
This is a simulation game set in a virtual world and does not represent real life. Please play in moderation, take frequent breaks, and play responsibly.
The blue team has scored for the first time! Killing spree for the blue team! The blue team is about to win!